Hello everyone, this is Supreme Me, back at you again with another video game video, and in this video we're going to discuss Fire Emblem and, its Engage, the latest Fire Emblem game, and its story, and what people seem to be saying about it, which isn't all that true. But before we get in there, like, subscribe. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you for watching my video. Of all the other videos you could have watched, you chose to watch Supreme Me. And I appreciate you for coming by. So, now let's dive right into it. Fire Emblem Engage is awesome gameplay. It's the most fun, streamlined, enjoyable Fire Emblem experience that I've experienced to date, even more so than Three Houses. Gameplay-wise, it's far superior and it can't be beat. It's straight to the point. It knocks out all the fluff that was in Fire Emblem Three Houses. I mean, okay, think about it. Fire Emblem Three Houses has 3 different paths that you basically take depending on who you take as your apprentice or who you take as your student, right? You can either do, I forgot their names, it's been a while since I played it, but the dude of the Blue Lions, you got Edelgard, the gal, and then the Golden Deer, Claude. Yeah, I remember his name. It's funny because I didn't even play his side yet. But anyways, you got three different things you can take, and you are going to go 3 different paths. You got to talk to these people in depth, and it's so cool the amount of depth that are in their story, but when you got to repeat that twice or even 3 times, that gets annoying. And then the calendar restrictive system, which also Persona 5 has, which is one of the reasons why I haven't beat Persona 5 yet. I have Persona 5 Golden now, which I'm trying to get back to where I was and then eventually beat it. And because you can do the quality of life options and improvements, it shouldn't be too hard. But anyway, for Fire Emblem Engage, that could be annoying from what I hear from people who have played it, like OJ Player Essence. I watch a lot of his videos. I go to his streams. Matter of fact, I want to put a shout out for him. He probably doesn't need me to do this, but if you like good RPGs and good, truthful, passionate video gaming news, check out Player Essence. Check out OJ. The guy's amazing, and, definitely watching him, really helps to let me know, reminds me what's good. Like, I know what's good. I've been gaming for a while, but when I watch his stuff, it just reminds me why we like what we like. And it's good. He's got good content. But anyway, so Fire Emblem Engage, right? They're saying that it's good gameplay but cringe story. And I gotta really disagree with that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Fire Emblem Engage deals with things that you may not necessarily understand if you haven't lived long enough to understand it. Okay? You have guys who are in their 40s, you have guys who are in their 30s and stuff like that. Some of us have been around a long time. And we've lived and experienced some things. And so when we see, the story of Fire Emblem Engage, it's almost kind of refreshing in a way, or there's some parts of it that's going to remind you of yourself, and maybe what you went through. You've lived long enough to appreciate the story that it's trying to tell, and the characters are just trying to convey in their issues and struggles and things that they're dealing with. And I've noticed that this Fire Emblem Engage is very descriptive, very, 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 the facial features, especially during the cutscenes of the characters, are so well done. I heard someone also say that they don't have little icons that shows their emotions anymore when they're talking, and it's like, well, you needed that on Three Houses. On Fire Emblem Engage, you don't need that because their facial features show exactly their emotions. It depicts it perfectly. So you don't need those little boxes of drawn arts and their different type of, emotions that they're feeling in that moment. And so Fire Emblem Engage really, really, really brings it up. Now, I don't want to crap on Three Houses, alright? I like Three Houses. Three Houses was amazing for its time and for what it did. But right now, the latest and greatest is Fire Emblem the latest and greatest is Fire Emblem Engage. And the way they let you get a glimpse glimpse of the other characters from the other emblems, from the other Fire Emblem games is amazing. And if you catch it in the beginning, Marth says, I'm Emblem Marth, So basically, he's the spirit of the Fire Emblem character. He's not exactly Marth, right? He's not that exact character. But, his spirit, which lives on in the rings, and it helps the Divine Dragon, whom you play in the game, and how you're able to, call on those spirits when you need assistance in battle to help get peace in their world that they're in. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video, not very long, but just a short video to let you guys know that Fire Emblem Engage is the latest and greatest when it comes to Fire Emblem. Quality of life improvements. I mean, if you want a nice, easy, fun time, which is what I prefer because of my lack of time with the game. I don't have time to keep dying over and over again and strategizing and thinking really hard and playing it on the super hard difficulty on top of playing it on classic mode, which all my characters will die permanently. I never like permadeath in any game. I don't care what game it is. It's just not something I do. And if I have the option to turn it off, I turn it off. And that's just what I do. I don't like that. I mean, I know it's realistic, and I may create another save maybe down the line and do a realistic playthrough, but my first playthrough will never be like that. I have so many games in my backlog, I probably won't do another playthrough, but if I were to, it might be a little harder and it may be on classic, so I can understand how that feels. But I've already felt that on older games like Final Fantasy Tactics, when you couldn't turn permadeath off. I felt it in other games that had permadeath and you couldn't turn it off, like, what's the other one? I believe it was the first Pathfinder, or was it Divinity Original Sin? There was another RPG that's like that has permadeath in there. I've experienced my share of permadeath games is what I'm trying to say. I don't need another one if I can help it. So, and then I like to have fun on my games. I don't like every game to feel like a Souls game. I don't like every game to feel like an Elden Ring game, so I don't go that route purposely. So when the hard game does come out, I can say, okay, now I can experience this hardness and I can get good or whatever they say. But on a game where I don't have to, I would rather enjoy it. I buy it. That's how I want to play it. But anyway, the main reason that I wanted to share this video with you, dear listeners and friends, gaming family, is that, Fire Emblem Engage is awesome, both in story and in gameplay. You should buy it. Please get it. You're not going to regret it. It's very fun, and it's awesome. If you are young and haven't lived long enough, there may be some things in the story you may not understand or that may go over your head. But just know, one day, you'll understand those things. If you come back to the game, or when you live a little longer, or you experience something, you will understand it one day. But, I can't make anybody understand something they haven't experienced yet, or they just can't appreciate. So, that is all I wanted to say. Fire Emblem Engage is amazing. Nintendo does it again. Okay? I'm the supreme me. If it wasn't for Nintendo, I wouldn't be around here. So, I thank all those people involved in making all these great games and letting them come out in a consistent manner. I love all the guys at Nintendo. I appreciate their hard work, innovation, and dedication, and my goodness, if something happens to Nintendo, we would truly be lost in the gaming scene. So I appreciate what they're doing. You guys, happy gaming. Like, subscribe, and sometimes you can see me commenting on things on Twitter. Appreciate all my listeners, gaming family, and friends. Enjoy. Be safe out there.